This is HexGen. This is a tool that I created. It's a deck of cards with 59 cards designed to create terrain for a hex crawl on the fly. Let's take a look at what you can do. This is a real simple setup that I made so I could play basic fantasy because I like real simple Dungeons and Dragons type games. We have a hex map all set up and we need a hex crawl terrain. So that's where our deck comes into play. We have our hero with whatever we start on. Now we need to determine what type of terrain he starts on. So we'll say this is a clearing terrain with a simple dungeon and village in it, a la old school RPG action. So we need to generate terrain all around him so he can decide where he wants to go. So we'll just deal a card for each hex. And this will tell us the terrain and if there's a point of interest on that terrain or not. Okay, so what do we have? Well, he started on clearing, so this is also going to be clearing. We have a couple of places he can continue fairly easily. We've got water here and here, so maybe a lake or something like that. And then we have an entrance to the woods and more clearing. Now, those are the terrain, and I can get out some marker tools and then draw them in. We also have points of interest. Now, interestingly enough, there are several minor points of interest, which the deck does not define, but they're minor. So we could say, since this is a lake, maybe there's an abandoned cabin on it. We have woods here, so perhaps there's some sort of like a graveyard or something, and maybe there's a church here. These are all minor points of interest. Same here as well. Maybe we make this a catacomb, like a small dungeon that only has 2 or 3 rooms you could explore. Okay, so we have generated our terrain and we have generated our points of interest. Let's take a look at what else we can do. Now you'll notice that there is a weather marking on the cards as well. I usually deal that separate. So let's say we decide to continue on with the clearing and we move into this hex. Okay, great. So now we need to generate terrain for this, this, and this. But we've moved, so the time has passed. So what is it like outside right now? Well, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm. And what a thunderstorm is not defined. You can work that into your campaign any way you like. Perhaps there's certain races or classes that have a difficult time in a thunderstorm. Perhaps thunderstorms interfere with spellcasting, that sort of thing. Thunderstorm in this deck is very rare. This deck was designed half this size. I did, 28 cards or so, and then I just duplicated it for length. In the original design, there was only 1 Thunderstorm card, so now in the complete version, there is 2. I've also added some event cards that will come into play while the terrain is being generated. Take a look. So we have moved. We need to generate some more terrain. We were attacked while surveying. So this can trigger a simple outdoor battle of like wolves or maybe a bear attack or something like that. There are 2 cards in the deck that say attacked while surveying. And this one is magically blocked. There is only 1 card which reads magically blocked. This is a plot device, which again is undefined. Perhaps one of these minor points of interest will contain a clue as to why this is magically blocked. And there you can use that to generate a plot hook and create a quest on the fly to move your campaign forward. I have also created a print and play version if you wanted to use these in your real life campaign. This is going to be free, but I'm still trying to figure out how Drive-Thru RPG works so I can host the file. So keep an eye out in the description for that. There will be a free print and play version. That's my plugin. Thanks for watching.